Recent studies have revealed that Earth's rotation is speeding up, causing our days to shorten by about 1.3 milliseconds on July 9th and August 5, 2025. This shift is unusual, as Earth's rotation has been slowing down over millions of years. The primary cause is the moon's gravity, which speeds up Earth's spin when it's closer and slows it down when it's farther away. Seasonal changes, atmospheric dynamics, and climate change also play a role. While this won't noticeably impact daily life, it could affect timekeeping systems. In this video, we'll dive into the science behind this change and its implications. The discovery of Earth's accelerating rotation has caught the attention of scientists. In 2020, researchers first detected that Earth was spinning faster than usual. And by 2024, the planet set a record for the shortest day, at 1.66 milliseconds shorter than the standard 24 hours. This was the shortest day ever recorded, which has raised questions about the future behavior of Earth's rotation.
I've been thinking about this, I think time is off. And what I mean by that is I feel like time is actually going faster than what they're telling us, because I'm on the West Coast, I'm in Las Vegas, and I noticed that it used to get dark around 7:30 at night, And I've been thinking about this around 7:30 at night, close to 8 o'clock. It used to be getting dark, and now it's around 4:30, 5 o'clock, 5:30. Forget about it. 5:30, it's already like pitch black. It actually feels like it's 9 o'clock at night. I'm waking up and I'm looking outside sometimes, and it's not even 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and it feels like it's 5:30 already. I think these people. Honestly, I think the government's lying to us about time. I feel like something's definitely going on with time. You know what I mean? And I don't know how y'all feel about that. Y'all let me know in the comments. You know what I mean? Yeah, I feel like time is going faster than what it should be, and I don't know if if they've been messing around with some type of particles or smashing some type of particles that's making time go faster, but it definitely does feel like that, Also, I wanted to talk about how what is it, 3i Atlas? You know what I'm saying? It went behind the sun. Supposedly now it is going, is leaving us, and none of the satellites got image of it. You know what I mean? I find that super weird. We had a perfect opportunity to get amazing footage for it, and then it just so happened that it came by in the government shutdown. So NASA had no satellites working at the time, I guess. I honestly think that's bullshit. I honestly think that they did capture some amazing footage and they're just not showing it to us because, I think it's definitely something else going on, with that whole situation, man. I really do. Now, were there aliens, man? I seen some people talking about they astral projected and is a spaceship and they saw reptilians in it. I mean, I heard so many different things. I mean, at this point, I don't even know, man. I don't even know what's real, what's not. But I would like to think that it probably wasn't just a rock. The fact that this is the third object that comes from inner space, interstellar space in the past 10 years. I think it was the past 10 years. I think it's kind of, we're catching a lot of activity. And I think honestly is the fact that our technology is getting better and better. And also another thing is you got to understand, we only see I think it's 10% of the spectrum of light. You know what I mean? With our eyes. So like I do think that now we're coming up with technology that could see things that we can't see with the naked eye, and using cameras and different type of like thermal vision and all this other stuff, right? That could see what us can, what the regular person can't see with just a regular telescope or whatever. I mean, I know that technology is crazy right now, man.
One of the scariest conversations I was privy to was a friend of mine who's a billionaire in London. He knows the CEO of one of the biggest air companies in the world, who I can't name. And he said, by the way, what he tells me in private is not what he's saying publicly.
Yeah.
He said to me that what this particular CEO thinks is going to happen with AI is pretty horrific. Mm-hmm. And the CEO of this big AI company is totally cool with it. It's horrific what he thinks is about to happen. And then when I watch this guy do his like online talks and give his opinion, he's so nuanced and everything will be fine and he's an AI optimist. Then I heard this scenario at this kitchen table in East London from his friend about what he really thinks, and it was chilling.
Yeah.
Like actually the lack of empathy.
Yeah. That makes sense to me.
The obsession with power was shocking to me.
And, speaking about technology, also, this AI, man, I also think that AI is, because I was thinking about this, right? Like, why would they let regular people have this technology that you could make things look so real that people would not know if it's real or not? You know what I mean? And honestly, I think it's an experiment. It's more like, let's see if, not really an experiment, but okay, let me rewind. I don't think it's an experiment. I think it's more like, let's mix the real with the fake and stir it up. That way we confuse everyone, and whenever there is real footage that people catch on their phones or whatever the case may be, and they put it up, now people are going to be like, that's AI. Oh, that's AI. Man, that's fake. So like now it's really like we're entering like the internet era where everything is fake. Everything is fake. You know what I mean? Like, this is AI right now. No, I'm joking. It's not. But it could be. You know what I mean? This could be a generated version of cable that, but it's not. This is real. You know what I'm saying? And, but it's definitely something to think about now. There's too much. And it's only going to get worse. There's so much AI videos popping up now that we really don't know what's real and what's not anymore, unless it has like a logo on it. But, usually people find a way to erase that, And that makes me think of another situation, is that if they're giving us this technology now, how long have they been using it behind closed doors, How long has the government been using deep fakes to make us believe a certain narrative about certain people, and maybe even putting the blame on certain people, and just doing dirty work with it? So it's crazy, man. I really do think that we are entering this era of illusions and confusion, and it's not by coincidence. It's definitely by design, So we definitely got to be aware of things like that. Nowadays we're not going to know if you see a mermaid. You're not even going to know, like, because I've seen so many videos of underwater stuff, man. I'm like, damn, this looks real, but you really got to pay attention because it's just so crazy. We got robots now about to take over everyone's jobs. According to Elon Musk, I think it's in the next 10 years.
And then the last question he asks him about what's going to happen with AI and robots in the next 10, and the answer he gives him, Ted Cruz is flabbergasted. Watch this clip. Go for it.
In 10 years, probably AI could do anything better than a human can, cognitively. Probably almost, I think in 10 years, based on the current rate of improvement, AI will be smarter than the smartest human. Yeah.
Keep watching.
There will also be a massive number of robots.
By the way, I gotta ask, how come your robots look so much like the creepy robots for My Robot? Was that intentional or just?
I was hoping he was going to say, yeah, just to mess with you. It's not meant to look like any prior robot. And we'll iterate the design. A lot of the robot parts are cosmetic. You'll be able to switch out the kind of snap-on cosmetic parts of the robot to make it look like something else we'd like. So there'll be ultimately billions of humanoid robots. All cars will be self-driving.
In 10 years?
In 10 years, probably 90% of miles driven will be autonomous.
Huh. Wow. That fast.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of us are going to be without work. Even this, you know, like the creative spaces, I think that one of the first places that's getting hit is creators because of AI, you know. It's a tool that we all could use right now, but eventually is going to turn into a problem that we can't solve, a problem that we can't escape. Because as a creator, for example, right, I'm an artist, I rap, I do music, I do production, I do beats. Eventually, there's going to be an AI program that edits my videos better than I could ever edit. There's going to be an AI program that does beats on his own. Like, I just got to give it basically just give it like the information of how I want the tone or whatever the case may be, and it will do it for me. You know what I mean? There's going to be robots that fucking take your order. You know what I mean? In a McDonald's, at Denny's. There's going to be so much in the next 10 years that's going to change that it's really going to make you wonder, where do we, you know, human beings, where do we stand now? You know what I mean? Because we're creating is basically like the last creation we needed to create. It's something that's going to be able to create for us. And that to me is dangerous, because I believe, like, as human beings, that's what makes us apart. That's what makes us different from everything. Like, we're creators. We innovate. You know, we create and expand. That's the way we expand, and that's the way we keep our minds sharp. But what happens when we don't need to think anymore? What happens when you don't even need to know your mathematics? What happens when you don't need to know how to read? What happens when you don't need to know how to, like, read a map or any of that? You know what I mean? So I think we're canceling ourselves out by basically, or not we, but they are canceling us out, the working class. You know, because once they get these robots to the point that they could do everything we can, but they don't complain, they don't come in late, they don't have emergencies, any of that, I think like half of us are going to be without work, without, you know, we're going to have to step it up. You know, we're going to have to become the engineers that fix the robots, you know what I mean, in order to have a job. So it's going to be a weird future, in my opinion, man. The next 10 years, the world is going to change. I believe, like I said, one of the first that's going to go out, it's going to be film and music are going to be like a thing of the, like, we're not going to get paid for it. You know what I mean? Even content, you know what I'm saying? Like, content creators are not exempt from any of this. Like, pretty soon there's going to be AI content creators. It's just the way it is, man. We're going to have like a whole catalog. You know, I was thinking about this, and this is an idea that I probably shouldn't even say it, but a Netflix, but it's for AI. Like, everything on that Netflix is just all AI generated. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure that's coming soon, you know, like just stuff that's just AI shit, man. Like, it's crazy. Like, but y'all let me know what y'all think. Y'all think we have 10 years, 5 years, or you think it's even sooner? when this is really going to start affecting humanity and making things change. You know what I mean? Because as for me, I don't know, man. There's something. I think it's gonna have two effects. You know what I mean? It's gonna be like, it's gonna hurt the industry, and it's gonna actually, in a way, help the indie artists like myself, because when the industry can't make the amount of money that they're making off of artists, I feel like art is going to become something very neat, like a niche. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be like, I want to hear a human. Like, I'm so bored of listening to all this AI music. Like, I want to hear a real artist. I want to hear like somebody that's creating this, like a flesh and bone person, you know, like I think in the next 10 to maybe even 20 years, like it's going to be to that point where people are going to want a human being behind it again. At first, it's going to be the new stuff, you know, it's going to be brand new. It's going to be different. People are going to like gravitate towards it. Even us right now, for example, a lot of us are using AI to create our videos, to create our artwork. And why? Because it's cheaper than getting an artist to do like say, for example, right? You have ideas and you go and try to look for artists to draw these ideas out for you because you don't know how to draw. I mean, you don't know how to draw yourself. So these artists are charging you like $400 a page, $150 a page, you know? And if you don't have it, what are you going to do? You're going to pay Gemini $20 a month, and it could bring your vision to life in minutes. You're not waiting for that artist to come and like give you some bullshit or run with your money, you know, or be real flaky. You know what I mean? Like, there's been so many scenarios where you pay, you know, I found myself paying for art, and then it's like they never give it to me, or they give it to me late, and it becomes like a problem, right? So I feel like right now AI is actually helping independent artists to bring their stories to life and to bring their vision to life without breaking the bank, you know? And that's just facts. But it's a double-edged sword to that, because eventually the same thing that's helping us is going to end up hurting the industry that we're trying to be a part of. But like I said, it's like a double-edged sword, because it's going to help the indie artist become a thing. Like, yo, I want to hear a human being. And then I feel like the industry is going to basically like gravitate towards AI because it's free labor and they don't have to pay an artist. They don't have to, you know, us getting paid millions of dollars, I think is going to be, unfortunately, a thing of the past. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but the way that I see the music industry and just entertainment, just entertaining in general, I think it's, we're not, that those days of making millions of dollars, I think is a thing of the past, especially in the near future. But we'll see where it goes. You know, hopefully we could find a way to like make laws that protect the artists, just like they created laws to protect actors. You know, we definitely need something like that in the music industry that protects our IPs, you know. Another thing I wanted to talk about was I got some new music coming out, you know. I got a new album, The Black Box 2, coming out, Alternate Universe, you know, Cable. So that album right now is in the works, and that album is in the works right now. I got about 7 more songs to create, and we're done. Or like we're halfway done with it, you know. I got a new video that I'll be dropping real soon.
Barbarian like Conan, wiser than an old man. Never sell my soul, man. If you got your hand out, end up with a cold hand.
Produced by Jay Clef, engineered by Angel P, and it's called Barbarian. That video is going to be coming out in a couple weeks from now. Right now, I'm just, working things out and seeing the locations where I want to shoot it at and things like that. So y'all stay tuned to that, man. But anyways, that is my episode of Thinking Out Loud. Just my thoughts. And yeah, let me know what y'all think of anything that I said. Leave a comment. Also, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please make sure to hit the subscribe button and also hit the bell notification. It's free and it helps out my channel a whole lot. And yeah, I appreciate y'all. Thank you for everything. Much love and respect. Stay blessed. Peace.